got a call at 8 on a school night. I picked up the phone and heard the voice of my best friend's mom. She told me my friend was in the hospital, and through tears she cried, "My baby daughter tried to kill herself." According to a 2009 publication by Susan Schwartz, between 500,000 and 1 million 15 to 24-year-olds attempt suicide each year. That's up to 1 million best friends getting the same phone call that I got. In the United States, the CDC reports suicide as the second leading cause of death among people aged 10 to 24. We've been living through a pandemic for much longer than the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm talking about the adolescent mental illness pandemic. I'm not here to claim I have a solution. I'm not here to say that this is a problem which can be easily solved. I'm just here to say we can do better. Since the problem is with adolescents, let's start by looking at the schools. I'll start with my school since I know it well. Let's look at all the school-sponsored mental health resources that I have. Oh, that's weird. Something should be there, right? Wrong. Oh, there we go. The one school-sponsored resource that we have, SAPIS. The reason I had nothing on the first slide is because if you'd asked me a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell you a single resource that we offer for mental health. I only found SAPIS once I looked for it, and I discovered that it's tucked into one room in the basement of my high school. But surely other schools must be doing better, right? My school must just be an outlier? No, because according to the Children's Society, 70% of adolescents don't get adequate treatment for their mental health. But obviously schools have the resources, it's just students aren't using them, so maybe schools don't have the right resources. When I say the word therapy, you probably think of classic talk therapy. I go to a therapist's office, sit on their lounge or couch, and talk about my problems. This is the resource that most schools offer. You can go to your guidance counselor or a specialist and talk about your mental health issues. While talk therapy is proven to be an effective form of therapy, it can be terrifying, especially for teenagers. But talk therapy isn't the only kind of therapy. In fact, in doing research for this talk, I learned about tons of new therapies I never knew, like movement therapy, art therapy, and even poetry therapy. Let me tell you a little bit more about myself before I go on. I'm a senior in high school at LaGuardia High School in New York City. You might know my school because it's the basis for the movie Fame. I'm a vocal music major, which means that I study classical vocal music all day. And I also love science, particularly neuroscience. When I found out about music therapy, I had to explore and learn more about this connection between neuroscience and music. This is a brain. This wonderful machine takes in inputs and releases outputs. You touch a hot stove, your brain automatically sends impulses to your hand telling you to move away. So, what output is created when you listen to music? The answer lies in a molecule called dopamine. You've probably heard of dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter. It's released when eating food, doing drugs, having sex, and, most importantly to me, listening to music. Music can also lower your stress levels, as it lowers the levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone. So, what does this mean for mental health? Well, it means that music therapy is proven to be an effective form of therapy. This new knowledge gave me the drive to use music therapy as a way to help my school support its students. And I came up with my idea: an in-school wellness center equipped with speakers to provide music therapy. Students who are feeling mentally overwhelmed could go to the wellness center and listen to music, de-stress, improve their mood, and let their brain do its magic. You may be at home thinking, what can I do? I can't convince my school to create an entirely new wellness center just for mental health. I thought the same thing. So I looked where every teenager looks for inspiration, the internet. And I found Hannah Cox, a junior at Plainwell High School in Michigan. Hannah was part of an initiative at her school called You Matter Week. Her part of the initiative was standing in the hallways between classes, handing out Oreos and coffee. She said that it made people feel better about themselves and feel like someone cared about them. Oreos and coffee. I wish I'd thought of that one. So much easier than in convincing your school to create an entirely new wellness center. But even more than Hannah's story frustrated me, it inspired me. I could do this. I could take on the challenge that was mental health issues, and I could do it in creative ways. We can all read poetry, we can listen to music, we can dance our cares away. We can do it together. Now, this is the part of the speech that the speechwriter would call a call to action. So I'll get straight to the point. I need you. I may go to my school and get shot down with this idea, but I'll be back again with another one. I need you to go home and brainstorm creative solutions to the mental health problem. I need you to go to your schools and advocate for more accessible resources for all students to be available. I need you to help me, help my friend, and the hundreds of thousands of others who go through similar things every single year. Let's use our creative minds to heal the world together. Thank you.